You're facing the meeting later today. What do you expect the outcome will be? Will they vote to have confidence in you or not?
Well, I don't want to predict the outcome of that meeting, but of course the meeting was set up to discuss the present situation. They may decide to have a vote of no confidence, and if they do, then that goes to, and if that goes against me, then it goes to the membership.
Well, you could at that point say, the National Executive Committee of my own party don't have confidence in me and leader, I better stand down.
I could do, but I shan't.
You would?
No, I won't. I mean, there are a number of elements here, but the most important is that the National Executive Committee should have its eye on the political ball, the need for the party to get itself on its feet and start delivering an effective message in terms of the Brexit debate and indeed how policies are shaped for the UK post-Brexit, how we ensure that we're a confident, optimistic, prosperous nation going forward.
They'll probably also have some questions about your personal life, and this is an opportunity for you to clear some of this up. On Monday you told us that your romantic relationship with Joe Marnie was over, and then you were seen having dinner together, and there were pictures of you on the tube going home after dinner. So is the relationship over or not?
I'm not going to go into the details of that relationship. That relationship has, in terms of the party, is now over. Ms Marnie has resigned. She resigned yesterday. No, she's resigned as of yesterday. Made an apology to all of the members yesterday for the embarrassment that she's caused and any disruption and problems she's caused for the party. And I think that that draws a line under that.
Well, it doesn't really draw a line under it, because you said publicly on Monday the relationship was over, right, and then you're seen having dinner with somebody whose views, as she made, as have been revealed, she had to apologise for. So, I mean, if we were to judge somebody by the company they keep, you oughtn't really to be having dinner with her, should you, whether you have a romantic relationship or not?
We've put information out on the public domain now that proves that there is, if you like, a coup/insurgency going on within the party. Now, some of that information came from her. In addition, she'd had a number of death threats that she wanted to discuss, and she did indeed have to collect some things from my apartment. So that was all done. And
so
that's
you will
why
not
we met
be having
that
dinner
day.
with her again? We won't see any more pictures like this?
I may do. As I've said, the romantic element is over. It would be inhuman of me to just simply walk away and cut that link entirely. I am not going to do that. So that's quite simple.
But this is somebody who has embarrassed the party and the leadership by sending racist messages about Meghan Markle. But you think it's appropriate for you to continue?
I abhor the content of those messages. I've said that numerous times. They are appalling. And she has admitted that. I was shocked when I saw them. I in no way defend them. But what my job is now is to get the party on its feet so that we've got a solid base from which to project our politics into the Brexit debate. At the moment, everybody's talking about Brexit, but actually, leaving the European Union is not the point. The point is getting back our independence for this country in every area of government and administration.
To be honest, when it comes to UKIP, it's not Brexit that people are talking about, it's your relationship with Joe Marnie, and there are lots of people who frankly didn't know that you were the leader of UKIP until this hit the front pages.
Fine, so maybe they'll pay some more attention to our politics now.
Of getting UKIP into the Brexit debate, and instead this relationship has brought the party into disrepute. And surely if you want this to be about the politics, you should stand down and let somebody else do the job.
No. I'm now delivering the message as to what I'm doing with the party. We've got an agenda to move forward in terms of internal reform, to build that solid base from which to project those politics. That's absolutely necessary, and I would say they've been neglected or so for the last year. They need to be rebuilt, and then we can move forward politically. That's what I'm engaged in. That's my core purpose. So any other debate is a distraction, and I'm not going to let myself get drawn down that route. She's left the party, we move forward.
It was your behaviour that started this debate and this distraction. This wasn't forced on you.
So are we now talking about this leadership thing being a moral court as to what the state of my marriage and my personal relationships? What is important to the nation and to the voters and the 17.4 million people who voted to leave the European Union is that this country gets its independence back from Brussels and that we can move forward on that basis towards being a confident nation again.
But you're suggesting that we shouldn't have a prurient moral debate about whether or not it was right for you to leave your wife or right for you to have a much younger girlfriend. Actually, what people are upset about is you keeping company with somebody who has sent some pretty frankly offensive and racist messages, who would appear to have offensive views, and this is somebody you want to continue having some kind of relationship with, and that questions your judgment.
I don't think it questions my judgment, and I indeed will let others decide whether or not that's acceptable. But I do not think that it is good for British politics at all, or for the nation, to start focusing on somebody's domestic affairs rather than the politics that they are delivering. With this country, as I say, needs to work hard. This party needs to work hard to unite the various Leave campaigns, to mobilise them and to take forward the cause for independence for this country. And that's what I'm absolutely determined to do. And I'm not going to let this party be disrupted by internal squabbling, which has exploited my own domestic situation in order to cause problems. I'm going to take this party forward on the basis of independence.
Cripple UKIP. Why?
Because it's going to disrupt us. It's going to take 3 to 5 months of a refocusing on that election it's going to take us off the battlefield for the Brexit debate. We can't afford to do that politically. At the same time, the infighting that will result will give our political enemies more than enough ammunition to pull the party apart. In fact, the party, if the NEC makes the wrong decision today, the party will start doing that itself. Politically, this party cannot afford to have a leadership election now.
So just to be clear, regardless of whether or not the NEC vote to have confidence in you, you will try and stay on as party leader, and you will continue to have some kind of relationship with Joe Marnie, even if it's not a romantic one.
I will remain in contact.
All right. Well, Henry Bolton, thank you very much for talking to us.
You didn't frankly have the balls to put country before party.